What did y'all have? Thanks for that out.
Over there, yeah. No, you're gonna want to sit up here, I promise. Yeah. Don't be shy. There might be something for you. I love all the talking and chatter. I love having a full room. Come on in. Is he?
I want to take it. He's from Chick-fil-A.
Oh, okay. Oh, your people. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is June 20th. So we have a good date today. So good job, Leah. Bucket fills. Before anybody shares, we're going to do something a little special. David and Ann are going to share an amazing bucket fill that Ann got from David as a commercial referral. So I'm going to have them come on up and share that really quickly on what that looks like, and an amazing way to make a lot of money and do very little work.
Well, very little work for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, another stream of income. So this business is all about having multiple streams of income, like they teach you, some rental properties, real estate, and referrals is a big one. So my neighbor upstairs, Ann Sepko, my good friend Ann Sepko's her, that's how I refer to her. She gave me a referral 2 years ago. 2 years. 2 years ago. And commercial deals take a long time. So we just got it done, and Ann got a check for $8,000. And thank you for the opportunity, trusting me with your client, being patient over 2 years to get the deal
Yes,
done.
and he was very persistent and he stayed on top of it and he communicated with my guy. So you did awesome.
So anyway, so we just wanted you to know that referrals are out there as another stream of income. And so thank you again, Ann.
Thank you, guys. Any questions for them as far as what that looks like or anything? Everybody go get one. Easy enough. Bucket fills. Who wants to share?
You can share, Roger.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
I'd like to just thank Key for doing a great job at an open house for me this weekend. I know I put it out on Facebook and I was double booked and I needed an agent to step up and do an open house and a great listing, and he jumped in and did it, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Go, Scott.
The house that we put a contract on clears due diligence, so.
Yeah. Scott. I got a bucket fill. I want to welcome somebody back. Miss Julie, if you want to stand up. She was at KW. It's now coming back to pursue her real estate career. So we're happy to have you. Yeah, awesome. All right, Miss Tiffany, come on up. Today, I don't want to scare everybody, but I want to scare. Last week I had the craziest and most efficient, well thought out, well crafted fraud attempt at my office, and it's something that you guys are.
There was so much respect in that, like, oh my goodness.
But long story short, listing agent has been doing this for 20 years, takes a listing for some vacant land, some acreage in Decula, and takes the listing over the phone and sends everything via email. The documents are hand signed. Everything matches up. So the address that the person lists on the listing agreement and the contract is the one that's their mailing address from the tax records. Names match up, story makes sense. They go under contract. The purchasers do a soil test to make sure they can build what they want to there. That goes good. Then they send their surveyors out to do a survey of the land. You know how expensive those are. The neighbor sees the survey happening, calls the owner of the property and says, hey, we've always talked about if you ever decided to sell your parents' land that you're going to come to me first. Like, I'm not selling my parents' land. Fast forward, like long story short, it was just a completely fake seller. The lady was planning on building it herself. She inherited this land from her parents. It's worth quite a bit. It was under contract at $150,000. The buyers are out over $2,000 between soil test, surveying, all that. When I contacted the person who we'd been working with on the pre-closing side to say, hey, someone else has contacted our office and says that they are the actual owner of this property, they got super defensive and stuck with the story. And they were like, what do you mean? How can somebody pretend to be me? And that's when it really got interesting. So they text me a picture of their ID. Driver's license number is correct. Birthday is correct. Address is correct. It is a legit Georgia ID. And they're like, I'm just so confused. What do I do? We have to sell this property. So I'm talking to the other lady and I say, I know this is going to sound crazy, but this person is sticking by the story that they are, the real Jacqueline. Can you come by my office with your ID? And, I would be more comfortable if I could see you with your ID. And she only lived about 45 minutes away, thank goodness. So she drove over. And once I was convinced it was her, and she had already contacted the police at this point, I showed her the ID that the person had sent me. And she said, Tiffany, she turned white. She's like, look at this, pulls up her Facebook, and it was her Facebook profile picture that someone had literally made an ID. I know, I still do this whole thing. And so it was really scary. And if you're not on your A game as far as title companies go on our side, we would have eventually caught it because the seller had filled out on the seller information sheet that they wanted to mail away. When Amanda didn't know any of the rest of this was going on, when she was talking back and forth with them, now looking at the emails, I'm like, thank God we were doing the right thing. They were like, we have a notary here near us in Pennsylvania. We'll sign at this title company, whatever, which is the number one reason why we don't let people choose who they sign with. That's why we're so picky about, you have to use one of our approved notaries. It has, they can never touch the documents. We have to send it to the notary. They print everything, go sign it. Then it's never out of their control. Then they overnight it back to us. So that's why we're really picky, because everybody has a friend who's a notary. Any criminal can go, it takes 20 minutes at the courthouse to go get your notary. So, anyway, we would have caught it, but those poor buyers would have been even more out of luck in 45 more days after they've spent more money. They'd already contacted an architect, a developer, builder, all this stuff, and they're just devastated. The buyer's agent, initially they thought, they were like, this seller just got a better offer and wants to take the better offer. And so it's almost one of those things where now they're feeling kind of dumb too, because it was way too good of a price. You know what I mean? Even at 150 for 4 acres, that's 3 acres in Decula. That was a little far-fetched, So anyway, just be aware. I'm going to email out a fraud prevention thing that we've been getting. So once I told this story, it was everyone that I talked to had a story very similar. And all of our title companies are getting inundated with schemes like this. So it's something that you're going to see. One of the preventative ways, if you have, my mom owns her house free and clear, and what they're targeting is people who own their homes without any loans on it. Get a family member, I'm going to have a security deed recorded against her house to me. That just says, that's like a equity line, essentially my mom has a line of credit with me for $100,000 so that if anybody ever tried to sell it, if they see a loan on the property, they immediately go away.
because they don't want to deal with having to pay off anything. So anyway, if you have any people like that, just let us know. I'm gonna send out that fraud prevention thing.
I just want to mention this because what you just said, as soon as you started talking, I'm sure David's antenna went up also. David and I were working a commercial deal. It was also a lot. And the only reason that we found out that this was a fake seller was because the actual buyer of the property, who was working with the actual seller, happened to call. They saw some stuff going on and they called the seller and they said, "We see your property's listed. What's the deal?" He said, "It's not listed." And so just by happen chance, it was Rachel Locke's husband, who works, Rachel is one of our agents. Her husband does architectural work and he was the one doing the architectural work. So he called me immediately and said, "Hey, we see you got this property listed, what's up?" And then we found out. So first thing I did is I called David because we had a buyer making an offer on a property that wasn't our sellers. And David said that this is happening a lot right now. And so what he suggested, I think this is a great idea, is in your case, it probably wouldn't have worked, but if you're dealing with somebody that you have not seen, get photo IDs, get something and all that kind of stuff. Now you're telling me that's not even surefire, but
And the only
it's
thing,
scary,
and I mean, I'm not an ID expert, like
right?
I need to become one. But she had on glasses in the picture, which I didn't realize, like the DMV won't let you have on glasses.
Or have. Yeah. all the
But I'm like, she would have really, I mean, it was her, everything was perfect, you know? But yeah, isn't that crazy? Had an I mean, it had the hologram and everything, like, it was perfect.
When I called him, he said that was the third one he'd had out of this office, David Maxey. When I called David Maxey, he said there was a third one he'd had out of this office this week. So it was.
And on the buyer side, it's, your buyers are the ones that really get hurt because they're the ones that spend all this money.
Right.
You know, that especially if they got appraisals, surveys, all that. So I think that it's completely realistic to say, hey, tell me about your seller, even though you don't want to get into redlining, you don't want to get into anything discriminatory, just, you know, if you're purchasing a vacant property, like, ask some questions. I mean, obviously, if you go do a walkthrough and there's a house and there's, you know, people live, that's a totally different story, but these vacant homes and vacant properties, it's.
And they have access to all the information. They've got tax records, they've got all kinds of stuff. They can seem totally legit. I felt kind of
And
foolish
even an
afterwards.
email address like Jacqueline dot
Yeah.
last name at,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, everything.
And Jenny Chandler just put an ID in our Facebook group. Just like within the last 10 days.
Mhm.
And she had someone contact her for vacant land and they were able to connect the dots to the proper seller who did not want to sell. Yeah.
Didn't know it was for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks for sharing that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Carrie, but
Thank you.
Yeah.
just be on the lookout.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Tiffany.
Good morning, everybody. Kelly Lakenda with 210 Home Buyers Warranty, your home warranty partner and resource. So I get a lot of questions. What does 2-10 stand for? So we are a one-stop shop for home protection, saving you time and money. We're the only home warranty company here in the state of Georgia that not only offers the 1-year systems and appliances for our pre-loved homes, which I am your resale rep, but you guys, we do also work with builders. With brand new construction homes never been lived in. And that's where 2-10 came from. It's our 1-year workmanship, 2-year delivery systems, and 10 years of structural coverage. Nationally, we just found out that 1 out of 5 homes has our structural coverage. But here in Georgia, we found out 1 out of 4 homes has our structural coverage, which is awesome. So what this means to you is if you are working with any homes that are 9 years or younger, let me know because I can definitely check to see if there's any remaining structural coverage. I actually had an agent that called me 2 weeks ago, said that she had a 5-year-old home that she wanted to put listing coverage on it. And I was like, do they have the structural coverage on it by any chance? She goes, I have no idea. Found out that there is 5 years left of structural coverage. So it was a great marketing tool that she can use. Hey, not only are we offering you the awesome 1-year systems and appliance warranty, but you also have 5 years left of structural.
If you are working with any builders, brand new construction, they're not a member with us. If we do refer them over to us, they do get approved. You will get a $100 referral fee. And if they don't want to become a member, we do still have options for new home construction. On our resale program, we do offer a 3-year warranty, but just covers the systems and appliances, no structural coverage, starting at $550 for 3 years, where you can start at year 1 or you can start at year 2 for 3 years. So again, Callie Looking with 210 Home Buyers Warranty. You've never worked with me, would love that opportunity to be your partner. Warranty, no warranty. I still want to be your resource. Call me anytime if you guys just have any questions. If you need a contractor, I do know a lot of contractors. I know the best pricing out there. So use me as that resource. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
It's always like, yeah, I'm letting Kim know that. It's always like, no, it's him today.
I had a situation with same thing, the fraud with, was an investment property that somebody listed and under contract, and he said, my brother-in-law is the seller is gonna have his brother-in-law sign a power of attorney, come over, and the attorney caught it at the closing table. The buyer was there and they wired their money, but they got their money back, except I'm sure their earnest money is, I don't know how that works, if they sued them for it, but anyway, it is scary. So I didn't come up to talk about that, but it reminded me, it was like that was shocking. Buyer's like, where do I go? I'm like, I don't know. You just have to find another house and get back in the market. The thing I wanted to talk about today is not about the mortgage process itself, but about the possibilities for people who might get mortgages that you might not think could make it happen in the way that I'm described. If you have somebody, and I always think about this time of year, when kids go to college, right? They all go there and they usually live on campus at a place, and eventually they move off campus. You realize that, and this is a regret that I have, you can buy a home, say Athens or even Gainesville, where there's a college. You can buy a home and have your child, son or daughter, on the mortgage with you, and that could be their primary residence for their 4 years in school. So you buy it with 5% down, right? They have roommates that pay the rent. Then they move out, and now you have a nice little rental property in a place where the reliability of rent payments on college campuses is pretty high, because parents want to make sure their kids are there to get an education. So I regret not doing that in Athens, like in 2017. Now I didn't want to think about what I probably gave up on, but that's 5% down, or you can even do it with 3% down, because he is the child is the first time home buyer, so they can put as little as 3% down. They live there, it's their primary residence, their name's on the deed. And then when they move out, you can sell it, or in many cases, that's a great place to have a rental property. So something to think about, and we call those kiddie condos, which is kind of a strange name, but you have a child that's going to school and you're footing the bill, it's not a bad idea. They can potentially have an investment that helps pay back some of that tuition that you may be paying for them. So just something to think about.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, our vendors in the house, you guys want to stand up? Go ahead. You can.
Gary's Junk Express, junk removal, single line pickup, all the way to order houses.
Sammy Baker, contractor, best customer.
Yeah, and I want to add really quickly. So Stephanie Peace, who's doing our lunch today, could not be here, unfortunately. And so she was so sweet and still has Chick-fil-A catered for us. But I wanted to share with you guys really quickly now, so at the end, because we have a lot to cover, just who she is and what she does. And so you guys know Sammy and Gary both know her from another networking organization. That's how she got linked with this office. So she just didn't show up, that sort of thing. So she came highly recommended. And she does more than just organization. So I just wanted to share that with you all so that you knew that. If you have any questions or have any needs for her, please reach out. So she's super sweet. Classes and training. Fill the Table is tonight at 985 Korean Barbecue. We have our CE class on Thursday, free CE in person with DS Murphy. I think we have about 10 people that have signed up for that. If you know anyone or would like to invite anyone that you feel like it would be a good fit for this, we need 20 people for this in order not to be charged, the Market Center not to be charged. So if you think you're gonna do it, and hadn't signed up, please sign up so we can get a head count. And then contracts class, Zoom only with the Broker Boys is on the 29th. Rachel's last class is on the 27th at 2 o'clock, Zoom only. And then Stewart's on the 26th. And Guarantee Mortgage, their last one for the month, the Smart Series Part 2 is on the 27th after next week's team meeting at 12:30. And just so you guys know, next week's team meeting is the City of Beaufort, right? City of Beaufort. Coming in, the city manager, and I can't remember the other guy's name.
Dan Branch,
Dan Branch,
he's
yeah.
over code enforcement and all that.
Yeah, so all the stuff going on around us and literally in the city of Beaufort, they will be here next week at team meetings. So I think it'll be a really good informative, what's current in our communities. That'll be a good one to attend. Career night, tonight and the 26th at 6 o'clock with David. Friday, reminder everybody that we've got the Spectrum, June 23rd, thank you appreciation lunch, from 12 to 2. Golf tournament. Don't forget, as Clark says, it's for everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody. It's for everybody. Yeah. Game of Homes. Okay, so this is the first time I think this has ever happened in this market center that we've ever done a test to know your knowledge. So we created a Kahoot. Has anybody here played Kahoot? Nobody, everybody have your phone? So get your phone and then if you'll switch out and you're gonna scan a QR code. I was like, what is happening? So you're gonna scan the QR code. Then you're gonna create whatever name, keep it clean, people. Keep it clean. You can make up your name and you're gonna join. Yeah. You don't judge me. Clark is dog one, right? Uh-huh.
You'll do yours.
Test your real estate knowledge. It covers real estate vocabulary. It covers some mortgage information that Joy was sent this week to give us questions for. And we're gonna see who's the smartest in the room. I've got a gift card and wine, so for prizes, and then there's something else at the end. Let me know who's not in yet. Is everybody in? You guys in?
Start.
Yep. Stressed out.
Number one.
Well, got it right.
That's me. David E. Williams.
Mine won't even get past here.
He's fast.
Oh, 7.
Hey, David, David.
Send me your referrals.
Mhm.
Oh. Sir.
Oh, the.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, Wanda's made a huge jump in the last two questions.
Watch out, Wanda. This needs to be 100% right here. Oh, pretty good. Oh, Mr. James moved up. Great. Watch out. Hannah's like, oh, it's on now. No, 1.75.
I tried.
Keep it clean, four in a row.
This is Mrs. James.
She's feeding you all the answers over here.
I am. Good job. Oh, Cookie's on fire, 3 in a row. Cookie's back in again. I'll write fast on this one.
To mess me up.
Yeah.
Wait, so who got it right?
All the people that said 2 years.
I know, but somebody said 3.
Somebody did get it wrong. That one right? Okay. Oh. Mr. J.
I'm not.
Good job.
Oh.
Oh, my ball realtor's creeping up.
They can carry out.
Dude, where'd you go, man?
It dropped. So. Loaded.
We just talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago.
Already done.
That's yourself.
Where'd you go, Bob Realtor? I'm not married to him. That's a good excuse. Oh, that's nice.
No, no.
If I get this one wrong, if you're right there pacing, you're like, come on, I got this.
Yeah.
Neighborhood. Yeah. Yeah, front door, sorry, forgot the door. I know. What is the app? You have to come on your phone to get access to the front door.
I'm never done. Wait.
Oh, thanks.
AYA.
Who's AYA?
Competition now.
Oh.
All right, I'm coming for you. Andy.
Says.
The maps coach question. Oh, she's. Good job.
That's.
History.
That was quick. Wow. That's a quick timer on that one.
I know, I didn't even finish reading it.
Survivorship.
More times.
Quicker than the other ones.
Oh. It might be speeding up.
Right things.
Good job. Keep it clean.
They don't want to tell you.
Oh, good. Oh, good job.
Oh, I need to.
These answers are right. That's hard, because there's two of these answers, right? You can get it all those right system. So I get green also.
People.
That's right. And George, you're getting on all four of those.
There it is.
Oh, no. Got a math.
Yes, good. Yes.
You need a pause?
It kicked me out, it won't let me back in, that's okay, I'll let you.
Everybody's asked.
Somebody in here. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Good job. Okay, Matt. Keep it clean.
They're not gonna be, all right.
They're not having my point.
Whoa. Whoa. Stu has the highest answer streak of 3. Stu's coming back.
Yeah, now.
Try to get this right.
In there, buddy.
Good job. Anybody interested in having a one-on-one after? The NREA book, it is the Bible of KW in real estate. JB, who's JB? James. It's number 1.
I'm keeping clean.
Like, be silent. I didn't think you were-
Mr. James.
Hey, that is only appropriate, David.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
I almost made it, I almost beat the beat.
It's all good. So how do you, well, except for the two that were wrong, which I'll blame Matt for that. How do you guys feel about your real estate knowledge? That was a little good test, right? Did y'all enjoy that? Was that like, I feel like a summer vacation, do a little bit something fun. Now we're gonna move on to, if you'll go back to the, yeah. Yep. Oh, nope.
Hey, Darren, while you're doing that, I want to mention something we're talking about with Buford coming in. You guys, I don't know if I'll be there, but if you are here for that, talk to them about the state of Georgia now disallowing property to be annexed into Buford. The state of Georgia passed legislation that Buford is no longer allowed to annex property into Buford. And they are about to sue the state, so talk about that next week, because that's a big deal right around here.
Is that for?
No, residential and commercial.
That's the protect, the Hall County's the one that started that.
That's right,
Protect. Buford was annexed and then added to their school system,
right.
and it was taken out of the tax revenues of Hall County. So Hall County included this in, what they call that, pork barrel or whatever, when you add it into another major bill. Pork.
We're gonna lose money.
And so Hall County was losing money, so.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
I think it's an overreach by the state myself.
I do too.
But that's.
That never happens.
Okay, we are on to awards, maybe. Leah? Okay, you're not.
Oh, sorry, I don't know how to do that.
Um,
What do you need me to do? Just switch to the next page? Is it not working with your clicker?
yeah, it wasn't.
There you are.
David, do you want to, share a little bit?
Yes, so the growth award is for basically the coaching client who is attending the most classes and is the most engaged in the program. So they get the growth award as well as a $25 quick trip gift card to go.
Yeah, I hear it. You're here literally almost every day. So we see you every day, and being a brand new agent, that's just so important. So we're super proud of you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It's done, right?
I love this movie.
I know. Yes. There are. Laura, I'm sorry, whatever happened. You can hear me?
Where's the, where
I
the
think you-
slides, right here?
Yeah.
This is the last slide. There's no more slides.
Well, there we go. Okay, we're all done. Look at there. With 9 minutes to spare.
We can watch it again.
Right. Really quickly, if you guys could keep, Andrew Bailey in your thoughts and prayers. He lost his mom last week and her service was on Saturday. He's a brand new agent. And so if you see him on our Facebook group or whatever, just let him know you're thinking about him. And, he's the eldest, in the male of his family, with some younger brothers. And so his mom was only 48. So just, yeah, really young. She was sick. So just if you happen to see him, if you don't know him, but he's on our Facebook group, just be thinking about he and his family. He's got a lot going on, a lot of weight on his shoulders right now. So, and I think other than that, anybody have anything that, oh, yes.
There's another giveaway.
Yes, there is. So last but not least, there are some surprises under chairs. So if you want to look under your chair and see if you got one. All right, so if you win, I want 25%. No, I'm kidding.
Scott got the best.
Scott got the best one. Oh, the label.
I did that too.
One last thing, if you guys have anybody that is looking to get their real estate license, we have a daytime class kicking off tomorrow. So it's a 9 to 1 class. So if you have anybody that works for, don't hesitate to share it with your friends, family, anybody, right?
Yep. Awesome. Anybody else have anything they want to share before we break for lunch, since we got done a few minutes early?
Great team meeting.
Questions, thoughts, concerns? Yes, Gary.
Let's say, especially if you're brand new, that CMA class on Thursday.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
is like the best class.
It is so awesome, yes.
Okay.
CMA. You can make that class.
Awesome. Okay.
Another quick tip, guys, Charlotte Homes and Christian, I'm closing a property, Judy and I are closing a property on Friday with them. They're under 400,000 and they are doing, $5,000 with their preferred lender and, 5.99. So they're 5,000 and 5.99 by then. So, and their homes are really, I mean, I was like kind of blown away with the subdivision.
Where is it?
It's in Houston.
Houston, okay.
Yeah,
Which county in Houston?
I have to double check on that.
Yeah.
It's right on the, is it Jackson? Okay, yeah.
What's the name of the neighborhood?
It's called Bentwater.
Yeah. that's right.
Bentwater.
Yeah, that's Jackson.
Yes, yeah, and it's, it's a great little community. We're under contract for 388.
Wow.
Ranch. Really nice lot. I mean, it's really a cute little community. So just, I know we're struggling to find properties out there. I just saw one come across my desk too, Monroe. They've got some and they're buying, the preferred lender in-house is doing a 4.99 buy down. So just, and that's in the 450 range. So just, you know, being mindful, keeping your eyes open for those opportunities for the new construction can help out when buyers are really struggling to get a home under contract.
Mhm. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. That's great information. That's everything I want to share.
Don't forget to sign up for golf.
So,
Everybody.
Who's going to the golf?
To the golf tournament.
You raise your hand. Has everybody just raised their hand?
I have not, so.
I have it.
yeah.
And again, if you guys have any connections with any local business that you
Yes.
personally do business with, please reach out to them. You know, I think anybody that's within the vicinity of Reunion that wants to have their name on something, or, you know, just to give somebody special a foursome, they want to buy it for them, something like that. So there's a lot of opportunity there. So just, yeah, I think out of the box. 600.
But you get a lot. My husband was like, good gosh, this is expensive. He goes, wait a minute. You get breakfast, you get lunch, you get dinner, you get all this stuff. So it's a really good deal.
Yeah, so I think it's, I mean, I think the packages are pretty hefty. So I think, you know, if you have any VIP clients that you want to, you know, wine and dine or whatever that looks like, any businesses, that sort of thing. So yeah, keep that in mind. Awesome. Sign up. Anyway, thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed today. A little summer fun since it like we're on summer break. Not really, but I know a lot of people are home with kids and need a moment out. So enjoy, have a great afternoon, enjoy lunch and go crush this week. It's 4-day work week.
And go.